So nice.
Asu.
What's up, Chudero? Dude, thank you so much for the Prime. Hello, everybody. Isn't the Lumen Key a really good stock? I've heard, but I have not yet opened it myself. But hello, everyone. Hey, Alex, my girlfriend is busy at work and took the time to let me know you are streaming. Oh my God. That is OP of her. Thank you very much, dude. These bottles are really hard to get open. Swear to God. Hello, everyone. What's up, baby girl? What's going on, Exile? How you doing, man? What's going on, everybody? Whew. Today's been a very, very long day. I got a lot of work done, which I am very happy about, but my God, I went to go lay down like for, I don't know, like 10 minutes before stream. And oh man, I was falling asleep. Well, this was at like 5:30. Just got out of my CPA exam, 4 hours long. I think I did it all right though. Oh my God, Kush, you got this, dude. Congratulations on taking it. Is that Frank? Frank, how are you? I just tried the blue slush Alani. If I knew where to buy those at a reasonable price, I would pick those up every single day of the week. Why do I have Photoshop like all the way down over here? Drives me nuts. At my second job right now, but not busy. Let's go, dude. You handsome looking mother fluffing man. How you doing? Oh my God, my hair is a disaster. I cut my hair finally. I got it done the way I usually like to get it done, but I didn't gel it or nothing. It's still kind of short though in most places. No, wait, it's this guy. What's going on, dude? New cable? It is a new cable as well, yeah. It matches the Envoy. It matches the Envoy. What's going on, everybody? All right, look at this. It's a matching Envoy cable. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Skin fades? Yeah, dude, I want to go back to my old hairstyle because honestly, I need to go back to my old style of hair, you know? Scissor test? Scissor test. Alex's theme, cream, I'm not a deer, don't shoot. Huh? I gotta have it. Yeah, so it is the space cables, like the Lindy cable, and then basically we want to match it with the,
Lol, funny drug number.
Orange. 420. Thank you so much, Drake. I appreciate the bits, dude. Wait, is this the real Alex, the Italian one? This is the real one today. You might know what I don't know. I gotta like, I don't think that person contacted me back yet, but Cheeto cable. Look, so fucking fine. Kenny. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? So here's the game plan for today. Also, Keep Tech, thank you so much for the Prime. Also, Drake, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you, guys.
See you.
Yeah, it has been a bit, bro. How's it been? Okay, we got a few things on the list for today. So here's a few things. Basically, they sent over 2 LuminKey75s.
Drake isoverated 1 gifted a tier 1 sub to use.
Thank you again, Drake. Really appreciate that, man.
This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Dude, it's the first one too. That's crazy. So we got 2 in. I was thinking they sent us one that's fully built. And I want to take a look at that first. But I want to know what you guys want to do. Because this is going to be an in-stock keyboard as well. So not only is it in stock, it's actually a pretty fair price. I think it's in stock. I think it goes in stock tomorrow. Let me double check the list here. Pretty positive it's in stock. Will be launched and in stock June 30th. Yeah. And then it will be, the barebones set is under $200, so it's $196, and the fully assembled version is $258. And I'm kind of curious about the fully assembled edition. Believe it or not, I'm more curious about that. Like, we're still building a keyboard today, but I'm more curious about that than I'm curious about the standard version. Ever heard of petabyte cables? It sounds familiar. No mullet? Nah, I don't. My hair is not long enough. And okay, maybe this was just a me problem, and I was noticing it, but maybe you guys weren't. Because I had a fade, and it was a pretty aggressive fade last time I got my hair cut. It started growing in like this. So it would flare out over here, and it would just look dorky. But I'm so glad I got my brother was into Keebs. before I got into them. Happy to borrow his lube for these rattly ass stabs. Oh, your brother was into it and you got into it? Wait, that's kind of cool. I respect that. Let's move this stuff out of the way. And let's just bring over the boxes. I'm here for the dorky Alex though. I was looking through old photos of myself, and there's one photo in particular of where I completely shaved my head. Cause I don't know, I was going through things and I thought it was a good look. And I think I also convinced myself way back when that I just need to do it, just like one time to see. And it was, yeah, it was not a good look. Zoom75 back for a pre-order today. Ooh, that's gonna be a popular one for a lot of people. Thanks for all the smoke on Michigan. For real, though, you doing all right at the wildfires? Yesterday was pretty bad. So if we want to talk about like the environment and stuff, what's going on, bro, yesterday was pretty bad. I didn't go out for very long yesterday, but I dropped off some packages first thing in the morning. And you can kind of, like, this sounds stupid, but you can kind of like taste the smoke almost. Like, it's weird. Like, you kind of, it's not only that you smell it, but like you kind of like also taste it. It's not very nice. Like, in apparently yesterday was like also one of those like environmental warning things too. But I don't know, man. It's scary. It's scary to think about. Chicago also has bad air right now. Yeah. I mean, I went out today. It wasn't as bad. I had to quickly drop something off, and because it wasn't as bad, I took a long walk just to get lunch. Because like, I don't know. I also wanted to move around a little bit, but. Built my bro, my little bro, his Icky. Now he's bugging me to get him a GMK set. Okay, wait, can I ask a question? How old's your little brother? Like, that is so fucking cute. Because if he's like super young and getting into this, that is even more cute. But that's awesome, dude. I'm glad your brother's into it though. That's so cool. New haircut, been wanting an Italian. Okay. Dude, I don't know. I like this style here. We were at 250 yesterday. Oh, for the weather thing? Like the air quality index thingy? Is it the higher, the worse, right? I don't remember which is worse. Oof. What's like the worst it's ever been? Oh, Rum wants a compliment. Oh, Rum, today I took a long walk with a mission to get food, but I wish that mission was to see you. All right, oh, Rum, because you're worth... Hey, I would walk 1,000 miles for you, all right, bro? I hope you know that, all right? I hope you're having a good day today, all right, dude? The higher the AQI, the worse the air quality. 500 is the worst on the scale. Have we ever hit 500? Like, I don't know about like Canada or United States, but... Did I start the new Witcher season? Is this the last season with Henry Cavill? And then he's done, right? The only show I've been watching lately is... the new Walking Dead season. Well, not season, but the spinoff. Wasn't New York City at 500? I bet Chernobyl was 500. I would assume, yeah. I can't imagine 500. You would walk outside and probably suffer. That's disgusting. But no, I haven't started it yet, but I didn't even know it was out. Actually, I was on Netflix today because I was lubing switches today. I lubed all these. I lubed all these switches. They're camping life switches, which I'm a big fan of, just because I like the color. But I didn't see any Witcher on mine. I'm gonna double check that later. I watched that new Extraction movie while I was watching lubing switches. I don't think I finished it, but it's okay. It's not special. I don't know. That movie I thought was gonna be better, number 2, but it was not as good as number 1. It was okay. With Chris Hemsworth, I think it's with. All right, here's the box to the Lumen key. Let's take a quick little peek. We're gonna unbox one of them. I don't remember which one's which, but we'll go from here. Cute little box, kind of fancy. I like this. I think this is, safe to say, a pretty nice box. All right. Did something change with the background or lighting? I don't have the light in the back on, so it might seem different. Here, I'll turn it on. Turn this guy here on. Maybe a little familiar now. Price, so this is going to be under 200 for the bare bones. This is the fully assembled, so this is 240, 250, I think. So this is fully assembled with keycaps. How much is this one here again? Let me double check for you guys. I think it's 258, my mistake. 258 USD. And then it should have a lot of stuff in this thing too. I'm actually very curious about this. I have not unboxed any of these. This has some weight to it. What's all this in it too? Okay, we'll take a look at all the accessories. Well, there's actually, you know what, we'll do that now. Here's the keyboard. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is a nice looking board. And then let's see what's in these. Just a card of some sort. Did they give you a cable with this too? Oh, no way, they do. So you can actually just completely buy this and use this out of the box. I mean, these cables are whatever, but they still get the job done. Oh, they give you some accent keys too? Okay, dude, that's not bad. Yeah, this one here, this version of it comes assembled, but we're doing the one underneath, the non-assembled one today. Not for nothing though. I wonder how much, or how good the keycaps are. And then I don't know what all this stuff is. This might just be some accessories. Oh, a keycap puller, okay. It does feel nostalgic though. I saw that my friend Mark exposed some of my earlier Reddit messages from like, what, 7 or 8 years ago when I was asking our mechanical keyboards for a keyboard recommendation. I don't even know how Mark, like, I'm gonna have to call him and ask him what he was doing to like be that bored to look up our old conversations. We went hard on that. Dude, I saw you guys all laughing today. I saw. That was hilarious. So if you guys don't know, me and Mark, we go way back. We're old friends. Oh yeah, we're gonna do an assembled sound test too. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember sending him, bro, this keyboard's so good, to the old Logitech keyboard. I think he made that up. That had to be Photoshop or something. There's no way I said that. 'Cause I distinctly remember being like kind of ooh and awed by the Logitech keyboard when I first got it. But I do not remember being in awe of the keyboard for maybe longer than 2 days. So either that was when I first bought it. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. We all say silly things. It's true. I'm just reading this. I hate plastic wrap. It makes me nervous sometimes. Okay, one small complaint. I don't know if I can get this on camera. Nah, maybe, well, this is not in the right focal area. Okay, let me see if I can do this here. This is a minor complaint. Not really. Okay, can you guys kind of tell that some of the keys aren't pushed in all the way? Like here, the F key, the F12 I pushed in, but like listen to this. The keycaps aren't pushed in all the way. Well, I mean, that's fine, whatever. I'm not like heartbroken because of it. Pretty positive these are PBT keycaps. For a pre-assembled board though, I mean, hold on, let's grab our desk pad here. Let's gonna move you over here. So this is pre-assembled. Before we type on it, before we really get into this, we'll look at we're gonna be building this keyboard. It has a vertical scroll wheel, which, by the way, much prefer this to a knob. Much prefer this. This is so much more like, it just feels better. Like you don't have to completely twist your hand and do this. You can kind of just like move. I've always, like I think the Voice has something like this. There's been like 1 or 2 other keyboards with this. Also, this feels better to use too. And then the design of the keyboard's interesting. I like the bottom. This is, again, maybe one of the few times where I think the cursive font doesn't really bother me all that much. Don't really understand this 07 thing over here. Pretty simple design. This might be the only part where I don't care for. It just says create keys. But minorly offensive, I guess. Side profile. It seems to have its own kind of like, it's like a box on wedge with like a little play on it. I don't mind that. And I guess that's where I would screw into. That's the top piece there. I don't mind this. A knob that lets me scroll infinitely all the way to my wrist. I think the 7 means their 7th keyboard. Oh, is that what they're kind of referring to? I hate the knob fade. To me, wait, I hate the knob fad? Oh, you don't like knobs in general? I was kind of, it's weird, right? Because like I kind of got into the knob fad. Like I was like, oh, okay, like that's really cool. And then in my head, like I do this thing where I try to justify the things that people kind of incorporate things. I'm like, oh, well, like if I need to change the volume. And it was kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because like I'm into audio stuff, or was really into audio stuff. And while I was getting really into audio stuff, it just didn't make sense for me to have a knob there on my keyboard and then a knob on my amp DAC. So I would always change the knobs to do something else. But then I saw a few keyboards incorporate down the road the vertical scroll wheels because I kind of lost interest in the knobs. Like they just don't do anything for me. And I much prefer these. And these I end up actually just making a scroll wheel instead of using my mouse. Because a lot of the times, like while I'm editing and whatnot, believe it or not, I'm just kind of using my keyboard for a lot of things. And even when I'm playing some games, like I'm on my keyboard, like I play MapleStory now. Like I've been kind of on that for a few days. So I don't know. I've been enjoying this. And then the other thing is my Razer scroll wheel is broken. So exactly the same boat. Amp knobs are superior. Yeah, they just feel better. This feels really good though. Like this is like very fluid, feels nice. Keyboard has a nice weight to it as well. All right. I don't exactly know what switches are in here. I'm kind of curious. What are these? They're a Gatoron switch. A linear of some sort. I'm playing on reboot right now. Decently thick PBT, double shot PBT, I believe. I'm pretty positive this is double shot. The legends all look pretty nice on this too. I don't know where they got this from, but it's not bad. Here's the most important thing to me though, right? When you're selling a pre-made custom keyboard, the spacebar is really important. I think they did a pretty good job on lubing these stabs. I'm kind of curious. I want to pop this open to see. Yeah, I mean, they put lube on that. There's definitely lube there. How much is hard to tell. No, that's like very adequate. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. This doesn't look like dielectric grease or 205. Hey, don't get it fucked up, right? It's a little bit more white, so it looks like a little bit more XHT BDZ than clear, like 205 and stuff. Because 205 doesn't really stay white. It just kind of like, I don't know, changes after a while, I find. It doesn't look like 205 though. I don't know what it is. Is PC becoming the default play option because it's cheaper than aluminum? I think just a lot of people like the sound signature. All right, so this is what it sounds like. Again, I don't know the exact switches that are in this pre-built one. That's not bad for a pre-built. Like, that's honestly really good. I don't even see... Like, if you're into this sound signature, there'd be no reason for you to open this up and tinker with it to make it sound any better, other than pushing down all the keycaps properly. That's really about it. Like... Yeah, it's not my favorite, because I do feel like this is a little bit foamy sounding, which is not a bad thing, right? I can't say this is bad. This is pretty good, actually. All right, well, I'm thoroughly impressed with the pre-built version of this. Is it the baby raccoon linears? I was actually reading about those the other day. Ooh, maybe we'll harvest them out of this later. Honestly, I might give this a pre-built one away down the road. But I don't know what the other color that we got is. This sounds pretty good without foam too. I just recommend taking it out. Yeah, we could take out the foam, but I'm gonna see what we can get out of a built one here for ourselves. I am a little sad that the nicer color version is the pre-built one. Just me complaining for no reason, you know, the usual. All right, so here is the non-pre-built one. So now this is the one. Oh, why does that look blue? Oh, it's just the reflection of the package. The barebones kit is $198. Yeah, they sent me two. We're gonna open up two. Is this full alu? The keyboard's all aluminum. It's just the plate is polycarb. I don't know if there's different plate options. I didn't see it on the listing thing there. But $258 for a full pre-built, caps, stabs, everything. Honestly, not terrible. They give you a little screwdriver, Allen key, basically the same in this package here. Yeah, and it has a brass weight. That's what that big old thing on the bottom is too, which is pretty good. And then this should have all our other accessories in it. Should, keyword. Oh, actually, no, never mind. It just has this. So I guess everything's inside here, including the PCB. Oh, it is. It's just underneath all the foam. All right, we'll take out all that foam. Well, this is how it's going to sound like with all the foam. Opinion on mustaches. Adam, can you imagine if I sat here and gave you guys a different opinion about mustaches after rocking one for the last, like, how long have I had it? Can you imagine if I just said, yeah, guys, I don't like it? I love them, man. I think they look great. Years. It's been years. I love them. I am all for mustaches. What's up, Schwinn? Mustache opinion? Are you taking us for a ride or something? Yeah, ride on my mustache. What the? Who said that? Huh? Alex, shave your eyebrows? Adam took some notes from Avo, I swear to God. Adam just came in here and he's just like, what would Avo say? Avo says like that random stuff that's just like unfiltered. He's like, what would Avo say in this situation? Boxton, stay up straight. My internet goes out for a couple minutes. Suddenly, I get that from Alex as soon as I get back. It's true. How much would you do it for? To shave my eyebrows? I know there are people in this world that would be like, do 500 subs. I don't like taking those dares. You know what? I am like at a point in my life where I'm like satisfied with my hair, with my eyebrow, with my beard. I think I'm good. Like I'm at a good spot. I'm like decently confident about myself. So you do it for free? That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I already kind of sometimes trim them up a little bit and then fuck up. But dude, why not do something silly for charity? For charity, for sure. But just for like, I don't know, for myself right now? Nah. 5 subs? Well. There's a lot of foam put inside this. All right, I'm kind of down to open this though. Actually, this is like one of the few keyboards that I think this kind of works. I think it's because they actually chose nice cursive font this time instead of really ugly cursive font. I kind of appreciate the cursive font. Don't be rough with it. I can't win today, man. I just have to say it. I'm having a hell of a good week. Hey, bro. Hey, listen, guys. I want to promote this right now, right? If you guys are ever having a good week, never feel like ashamed to say that you're just having a fucking good week. Same thing goes with a bad week, right? If you're just having a bad week and want to air it out, go for it. But I want to say, like, when people are having a good week, I think a lot of people, including myself, sometimes we keep that to ourselves, right? Like we just don't want to like be showy offy that we have a good week. If you guys are having a good week, let's talk about it, bro. I'm a good week shamer. I'm pretty sure that's Avo running Adam's account right now, dude. This sounds just like Avo right now. I'm pretty positive. Have a good week, shamer. You having a good week? Shame on you. What are you doing? Can we just acknowledge how sweet the Envoy looks? With the matching cable now too? Oh yeah. Hi, Nine. Nice cut. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, then I'm having a phenomenal week. Done with grad school, past boards? What's boards? And with the fam at the cabin. Oh, that sounds fun. Do you guys like have a little... This sounds stupid of me, but is it like in the forest, I assume? I don't know. Maybe that's where all cabins are located, but you know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I got a massive bonus coming next week. Hey, yo, let's go. On a lake. Oh, that sounds nice. How's the weekend supposed to be? Is it supposed to be kind of rainy? I heard it's supposed to be stormy tomorrow, but I don't know if that's still true. Boards for nurse practice. Oh, cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. Damn, I just went from 6 to midnight. Alex looking like a Calvin Klein. Wait, what? Like a Calvin Klein model? Bro, stop. I'm kind of sad though. I did want to go to the gym today, but I had no time. None at all. What the hell? Okay, I think a little plastic piece just flicked into my keyboard. It's fine. Today was crazy. I woke up early. We made coffee and then I sat down and I was just like, I was on going crazy with work, bro. So I got everything I need to get done. I wrote my little list. I started doing my little, listings again of what I need to get done, my little to-do lists. Decide to look like a god. Oh my god, dude, please. Please. You guys are being too nice right now. Just picked up GMK. I almost read that as GMK Weeb. I was like, what set is that? This sounds pretty cool. I was listening to some music today, and then I was looping some switches. I looped all of these. Took photos today, mail today. It was crazy. GMK Greg would look good on this board. One day I have to figure out if I can buy the actual face of Greg for GMK Greg. Speaking of bonus, it was fun getting the mail from the other day and having a mysterious letter from the government of another state I used to work for. It was a check for about 820 USD. Someone sued them and they had to pay missing wages. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. They were like, did you know that you were missing your wages? Oh, so wait, let's actually take a look at the internals for this before we chat a little bit more. Interesting. So it is using some gasket slippers. Then what is this? Oh, we have to remove this first? But how do we even remove that? Interesting. So we have to remove the rotary encoder. I just need to figure out how to do it. It shouldn't be that hard. There we go. Oh, well, it's gonna all fall apart. We'll leave you guys here. And then we have a ribbon cable. This might be my only not favorite part about this. Interesting. So there's the little rotary encoder thingy over here. Kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see that nicely. Very, very cool. Very chill. I like that. All right. And then we have to unscrew the plate PCB combo. And then I'm going to remove a bunch of this foam. Now, this is also Bluetooth from what I understand as well. And I wonder if the battery's in here already. So I'm going to actually open that up and find out too. Oh, this is nice. I like the internal weight. That's kind of nice. The only thing I don't like is the Phillips screws, but it's okay. Redeemed a compliment? Alaska, if you were built to Phillips screws, you'd be the exception to my rule. All right, Alaska? hope you're having a great day. And if no one's told you, I know that you worked hard this week, and I'm proud for you. Proud of you and proud for you. So good job. Love you. The fade, it's not supposed to be a fade. Undercut. I like my undercuts, man. I'm not going to lie. I much prefer undercuts than I prefer fades. I think undercuts are way more my thing. I love them. Interesting internals here. So is the battery underneath this? I actually almost forgot this is Bluetooth as well. It's actually a nice little pickup. If you need it like a little gift for someone, this might be a good little board to pick up. I still want to see what's underneath here. That's actually the only thing I didn't ask them about was the whole what's going on with the Bluetooth thing. Is this just the weight? Does this just like pop out? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not going to unscrew this then because this is where the battery would probably go. Wireless would come later. Okay. Still cool. I wonder if that's going to be like an add-on or something they do. Kind of curious why they didn't just wait and release it all at the same time. Do you think the assembled edition got better stab treatment than ours will? It's hard to say. I think to be realistic, I want to say that... Actually, you know what? I would have hope and I would have confidence that a company wouldn't be delusional enough to send an influencer something that's better than, because they're just going to look better and like worse in the long run. Like, to be real, like they will. They'll look terrible in the long run if they end up sending people really bad stabs. But I would expect variance, and I would still expect, you know, to still tune it to your preference. But the fact that it got such good stab treatment, I think is great. We haven't really seen that in a while, so why is using one of those delicate ribbon cables? I know this is kind of my gripe with this board. I think this is my only small gripe. I think everything else kind of works with this board, you know, for what it is. I like the design actually. This might be the only thing I don't like is the ribbon cable. I still prefer JSTs. They're just way more secure feeling. And I do appreciate all the different foams. I think I might only just leave this, but I would like to build it with no foam today. This is kind of cool. And I guess maybe this is for the Bluetooth. Maybe that's why they put that there. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if this has a Bluetooth module or something on it, but that might be for a Bluetooth, or that might be an LED or something. I don't know what this is. But on the hot swap PCB, there's not a bunch of options, but we do have step caps or regular caps lock. But we are limited to 6.25U, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked to see some more stabilizer options for that. More space bars. It's an LED, okay. It's for the battery. Maybe it's an indicator for the battery there. All right, let's move this over to the side. Let's go do some of our keycaps and stuff, or my stabilizers. Let's do some of that. No 10U support, Sag? Yeah, it would be nice to have some 10U support. Agree. Actually, let's put this back in before I forget. Price is surprising though. Very, very surprised. I like your cut, G. Thanks, bro. I thought of getting all the stabs to sound that good right off the bat seems hard to be consistent with. It might be, but you know what? I think the optimistic side of me is very confident that they'll probably be able to do something like that and pull it off. Because realistically, I don't think it's really that hard in the long run, but we'll see. This comes out at midnight, yeah. Or they said 000 EST, which what would that be in every other time zone? It's like what? For West Coast, it would be 9 your time in West Coast, and then for Central, I believe it's 11. Can Central just be 1 hour behind, or can Central also be 2 hours behind? I'm not sure. Custom paint job on the mouse. Yeah, actually it is. And you know what's funny about this too? I use this mouse a lot, and there's no shine on this, like, at all. It's stayed very, very resilient to my fingerprints. Oh, mountain is 2 hours. Oh, I keep forgetting mountain time zone's a thing. I always forget about that. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly go grab my little thingy mabob. Not that hard. You sure haven't seen me do stabilizers. Hey, if they get that right the first time though, if they do succeed in getting consistent stabs across the board for people, that'll be huge, man. I don't think I've seen a keyboard yet that has had really good consistent stabs. And those 4 stabs, you know, from the little bit that I've played around with it, I'd like to see maybe a more long-term review of that. So maybe I'll keep that on my desk for a few days, but I'd like to see in the long run what that has in store. Honestly, if I didn't own a Tiger Light, I'd probably get this board. Yeah, I mean, for the price point, it's pretty solid. Let's clip some of these guys. I only ever use Cherry. I think a lot of vendors have just stopped sending me stabs with boards these days too, because they just know I'm probably going to end up using Cherry clip-ins. I just put another big order in for Cherry clip-ins. It's the only thing I like using. Only thing. What color? Class 60? Safest option, silver. I always like a nice silver keyboard. Silver is good. I stand by what I said. Only like 4 people live in Mountain Time. It's okay. Wait, what states and what provinces are Mountain Time? Cherry over TX? Oh yeah. Story time about TX again. So you remember that? Do you guys remember the? Oh my God, what board was it again? The unicorn I did for a client recently. I did a unicorn like what, a week and a half ago for a client, right? We used TX AP stabs. Well, the spacebar was like after a day of testing it, because I was concerned about it. After a day of testing, the spacebar was depressing and then not coming back up. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what is this? And I ended up opening it up, and I was like, well, okay, let me reseat the stabs, and took a little bit of finessing, but I reseated them. Nothing. I cleaned off the stabs. Nothing. We found out that just like we had deduced from last time, the AP stabs need to be kind of like angled a certain way. And I was like, well, if I can get them to angle a certain way and put in those little plastic tab things, like maybe this will be good for the client. It worked for all of 24 hours and then went back to depressing and then not coming back up. I ended up getting so frustrated that this morning, because like I had asked for, I basically took an extra day with this client build, which I didn't really want to do. I want the client to get the build. And I spent all morning looking at it again, and I said, you know what? I can't in good faith send this out like this. Got rid of actually I have it right here. This was the stab. Got rid of them, took them right out of the board, and then Cherry clip-ins. And you know what? Worked first time. And I'm just like, I think someone sent me some like tips and tricks they had about the AP stabs. And I was following what even they said. And I was just like, man, like these things are hot garbage. Like to not even be able to understand what's going on. Like I think some of the tricks were just like you have to end up shaving down sides of things, and it's just like, man, like I'm spending extra money for a better set of stabs when I'm just end up using the cheapest ones anyways. So I don't know. It wasn't really my thing, so I just ended up getting frustrated and leaving. But yeah, that's it. That is it. Oh well. Oh, here we go. Camera's doing this thing again. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Owl stabs all the way? Yeah, I mean, like, those are probably better, assuming that you get a straight wire right off the bat. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Someone said destroy this. I mean, the wire, I don't even trust the wire in this thing. Like, I literally don't trust this stab at all. The stab is hot. Like, to me, it's never going to serve a purpose, so it can stay bent like this forever. I was going to throw it out anyways. Real take, I want Aqua to finally release their TPU double shot. They're hit and miss. Don't get bent about it. Too late. Too late. They're hit and miss, and at this point here, they're more miss than hit. So I can now, after having what? How many stabs at the AP ones so far that have been bad? 3 or 4 sets out of maybe the 10 or 15 sets that I've used. I'm not for it. Like I you know, take it from me, whatever it's worth. I can't really say that I recommend picking up a set of stabs that you're just going to be frustrated with. Just do yourselves the favor and get the cherry clippings. What would you use for 1.2 mil PCBs? I would just use Wuche 1.2 mil stabs. Those have also been solid for me too. That's a higher error rate. Yeah, it's not fun. And I've been doing this thing where, like, the clients who do have me do TX AP stabs, I've been doing this thing where I've just been swapping out their stabs with problems to just cherry stuff. What the hell? It's funny, I have TX in my Tiger right now using a cherry wire for my space because I had accidentally used a 7U and didn't want to take it apart. I mean, it could be the wire helping in that case. Like, I've had really good ones, but man, when they're really bad, they're really bad. Cherry stabs don't seem to be easy to get in the UK. Oh, really? I mean, you can always, like, if you want to, you can always import them. I'm warm. It is too warm today. Oh, okay. Other note. You guys voted for 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 p.m. I will be doing Subathon. It will start at 2. It will probably end around 7. Whatever boards I don't get done in that time, I'll be continuing with Sunday. Here's the thing, what I'm going to be doing. Honestly, I'm highly considering doing Sunday at 7 p.m. as the start of the second part of it. I still probably do my 1 p.m. stream, but I'm highly considering. I'm not going to make promises on that. But yeah, you guys voted for 2 p.m. We'll start at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and then we'll kick off all the fun stuff then. So, like I said, there are a lot of keyboards. We are doing. Let me read you guys off the keyboards again. Tiger 80 Lite, Hex 3 CV2, Windex 98, Join 65, QK75, the Tenet in beige, the Mode 65, Percent Trio, Ginkgo, Zoom TKL, Cella 70, Vertex Angle, Sandglass Ergo, Dolus, and a Key Cult. And then I might throw in one other board randomly during that as well, because I have another little thing that I wanted to throw in. So hopefully you guys end up liking all those giveaway things. I don't know if there's like one that's more important than the other, but yeah, it's a little something. I claim Dolus, thanks. I think the Dolus is going to be a popular one. What are Doluses going for these days? Green Unicorn? No. You know what? As much as I want to do a unicorn, I was like debating between the unicorn and the Key Cult. And I thought maybe we'll save the unicorn for another time. I've been in the hunt for a 96, that Windex 98. Bush, thank you so much for the Prime, dude. Thank you, thank you. But I do have to get a bunch of switches prepped for tomorrow, which I'm probably going to do tonight. I'm probably going to sit down and just like watch another movie and do that. Excited for the Hex 3C. That's a good keyboard. It's seriously really good. I know that when there was a slight bit like more on the cheaper entry level side of things, but it was nice. Desperate hoping to win something. I'm sure. The other rule, by the way, I need to write this down too, is no winning twice during the evening. So, one keyboard per person. Please and thanks. I almost pulled the trigger for the Geist Machine ASP. Can I ask what stopped you? Was it something like just the way it cost, the cost of it, impatience? Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn on my feelings on the Geist stuff. I actually had ordered one. It was the Geist, the first one they made. And then like 2 and a bit years later, it still hasn't even been, like, I found out that there were still parts of it that still hadn't been made. And the timeline was not looking good for it. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I've lost a lot of confidence with this. So I ended up just not wanting to do it. And luckily, they were very, understanding, and I got a refund for it. But yeah, I lost a lot of confidence in that. It's just, it's a lot of pretty renders, and I do see some, proof of concept stuff being actualized and shown off, but it's important to me, communication. It's important to me to at least try to adhere to deadlines or have more realistic deadlines and more realistic standards for what you're going to be doing. One part of me, Hawk, it's an interesting conversation to have. One part of me says, yeah, like I do wish group buy runners would like take care of one fully and then run the next one. However, that's unfortunately not always a reasonable thing to do, especially if it becomes like your main job. Like you can't just like run one thing and then wait. I get it, but my ears aren't. I feel bad for asking, but did you happen to go to the post office today? I did. Did I not send you a message back, Otto? Your stuff's almost done. I just need to solder it all together. I thought I sent you a message saying I got everything. But yeah, I picked it all up. You sent a daughter board too, right? Because that, I'm not going to lie, I meant to ask you about that. Did you send a daughter board? Because I got a random daughter board in the mail, and I was like, what the hell is this? I wasn't sure if it was you or not. Just like a random small daughter board came to me. I'm like, who sent this to me? So, wasn't sure. That's a nice looking board. The Lumen key? Which one? It should have come with the PCB. Maybe that's what it was? They sent it as 2 packages? It was from Apex Keyboards, so I'm assuming that's the one. I don't know. Anyways, I'll figure it out. No one else is... Yes, they forgot. Okay. They did forget then. Do you have to gift subs to participate? For... Oh, do you mean for the Subathon tomorrow? No, just to make it clear for everyone, okay? Okay, I'll just say this one last time. If you guys want, you can clip it, and then we can just send it to people as they ask. But the whole point of this subathon is so everyone has a chance of winning at something. You don't have to sub. You don't have to pay anything. Hell, you don't even really need to follow me. If you really don't care to follow, you don't have to. It's just being here is part of the only requirement, obviously, to hit ! join or whatever the command is to join in on the stuff there. That's it. It's the only requirement. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay shipping. It's going to be all international shipping. I'm covering that. It's on me. All the boards are personal collection keyboards with the exception of 2. One was provided by Slurpless. The other one was provided by JF Photos, 2 community members here. Everything else is provided personal collection. It's not a sponsored event. It's just something I'm doing. But Just so everyone's aware. Imagine not following the best streamer. Damn. If I win something, I'm paying for my shipping, man. No, I don't let people do that. Hey, I'm covering it, man. It's okay. Did you get your GMK Stealth Artisan? I got that a long time ago, and Melik, I have no idea where I put it. I had 2 or 3 caps that were on keyboards, and I'm pretty sure it's probably just on a board at my parents' house. I just don't remember where I stuck, like that particular cap, no idea. How's the MX Master 3? I'm lukewarm on it. I want to pick up, okay, I don't know if you guys are into mice. I want to pick up that Pulse mice. What is that brand called? I have it bookmarked, I think. The Pulsar mouse or something? Yeah, Pulsar. How is that? Is that good? I hear good things about it. I have a Pulsar X2. It's great. It's good. Okay, would you say that's better than the G Pro? Or would you say they're probably like, obviously it might be preference, but QC has been hit or miss with Pulsar. Interesting. Lumzai Atlantis Mini? I've never even heard of that brand. Wait, what is this? I need to look this up now. G Pro is still better? How do you pronounce this? Lamzu? Lamzu Atlantis. It's a mini mouse though. I don't know if I could do a mini mouse. Do they have like a regular sized one? Is this the OG V2? They have 2 Lamzu? Oh, it's just, that's how you pronounce it? So is this a better brand than I love my Lamzu Atlantis? Huh. I've never heard of this brand at all. I'm not really into the mouse scene at all, so it was interesting to see though. Yeah, so the Razer Viper, the scroll wheel is completely dead on it. I did open it up. I did all the instructions I found online. It is still completely dead. So rip that mouse. If I'm gonna be, again, a little personal, I'm a little sad. That mouse there my girlfriend got me for one of our special occasions. So kind of have a special place in my heart, but it didn't last long. It was like, what, a year and a bit before it died? Kind of sad. I mean, like I did use it every day though, but a little bit sad. But it was a Viper Ultimate, whatever the new Viper Ultimate was. Can you change out the encoder? I guess I could. I'll probably have to order a part, and then the shipping is going to kill me in ordering that. I don't know if you can pick those things up on Amazon. I have no idea. I only know you can pick those things up on AliExpress. Razer has the worst customer service. They declined to deliver on warranty because it was purchased on Amazon. Really? They don't offer that via Amazon purchases? Sus. I love my G Pro. You can order a custom painted Logitech G Pro on Colorware's website. Yeah, my other thing is I like my G Pro. I'm familiar with it. Thanks for the follows, by the way, guys. I'm familiar with it. I just don't know if I want to pick up another one. Razer products are pretty sturdy. You know, I hate to say it. I am 2 for 2 on Razer mice being defective somehow. I'm 2 for 2. That was my second ever Razer mouse, and it was, yet again, I absolutely despise Razer. I think they have such cool branding, to be honest. Out of all the gamer ones, I think Logitech might have the coolest out of all of them, I think. Although some of their stuff on both ends, including like brands like Asus and stuff, kind of too gamery for me sometimes. Also, I'm gonna say this too. Where is it? Where did I put my dielectric grease? Everyone keeps asking me about dielectric grease in Canada. And someone literally messaged me today, said, Alex, I can't find Logitech. I can't find Loctite dielectric grease. It's not available. It says it's out of stock. I typed in dielectric grease and it was like the 4th thing on my list. It wasn't out of stock. I'm almost out. I picked up another one. It was $19 or whatever. So I don't know if people are just not looking up the right product, but it's just Loctite dielectric grease. It's in stock in Canada. I don't know if it's in the US right now, but it's there. I have the cheapest wired razor mouse. It's lasted me years. I use the Permatex one as an alternative brand. Oh, Schwinn. You need to throw that out, my friend. That is bad. You do not want to use Permatex. It is detrimental to your keyboard experience. I have been led astray. That was like truly out of the Linus Tech Tips build video thing. It was the most heartbreaking thing to be seeing someone use Permatex. How is Permatex detrimental? Do I want to pause the music for this? We're getting serious. So, number one thing about Permatex, it migrates or separates, whatever the term is. It basically liquefies. It turns into water almost within, I'd say, 15 to 20 days. Not even business days. It doesn't even give you business days. It just gives you days, including weekends. So after about 15 to 20 days, it just completely liquefies. Then what happens is all that oils and stuff just seeps into the FR4, the PCB, and it just kind of sits there and it just kind of blotches up and you can't even clean it. Alex, what in the world happened for you that didn't happen to me? I've had 2 bottles of Permatex, 2 small ones, and everyone else I've ever talked to has also said the same thing. It's in like 30 boards here. Have you guys? Maybe I got unlucky with 2. But the next big thing too is because it separates so quickly, you end up needing to tune it up almost like every month. And with Loctite, I find it's like every 6 months. I've had to redo 11 of my keys now. Oh, because of Permatex. Must be Canadian weather. Hey, it could be a weather thing. I don't know. I've had really bad experience with Permatex. I've used Permatex on like 7 boards and it doesn't happen. Ooh, maybe they changed the formula. I don't think so. Who here has had problems with Permatex? And who here hasn't? Permatex is shilling your stream hard? No. Me? I've had problems with it. Permatex ruined my Zoom TKL? Wait, how? Yeah, I would argue that 205 is probably the better use over Permatex. No problems with Permatex, but I don't have strong feelings about it. That's fair. They gotta sponsor you? Me? Hate it? I mean, maybe it's a consistency thing too, right? Like, it could be very well a consistency thing. But we'll switch to Loctite now. I'm very like, you guys know me. I am very like anal on saps. They have to sound a certain way and feel a certain way for me to go like, this is acceptable. This can leave my house. And many of them lasted 1.5 years with no problem at all. Anal, dude, I don't even mean it like that, and you guys turned it into that. That's what you did, Solid. Huh? Okay. I don't know if it's plastic safe. Nano grease? Oh, I don't know either. I've never used that. Yeah, I am not a big Permatex fan, though. That's why I switched to Loctite in the first place. Like, I was having so many problems with Permatex doing that I said, enough with this. Permatex Railguard coming out. I know Permatex is like, hey, listen. I'm very curious now. I have to try Loctite. Yeah, the biggest thing that I saw was the PCB staying clean after a year of using a keyboard with Loctite. Final verdict for the Subathon start? Probably 2 p.m. I've had Permatex spill out plate stab mounts, but it seems to be working fine on all my PCB mounted stabs. Interesting. Yeah, no, if I dig deep into my old, batch of PCBs at my parents' house, I can show you guys all the PCBs I used Permatex on and how it just leaked through. Looking good, my man? Oh my God. Hello. How are you, dude? Hello. How are you? My dielectric grease is not branded as Permatex, but it does a similar thing to the issue you had. I mean, maybe it's a variation of a formula for dielectric grease. But if you are having those problems, switch to something that doesn't do it. I always chalked it up to little PCB residue from being a heavy application. So, Dirty, I always put, I'd say a fair amount of dielectric grease. And when I switched over, have never had those problems. Kisus, thank you so much for the tier 1. I really appreciate that, dude. 3 months in and feeling locked tight, no separation in sight. Oh, I don't know why I didn't read that. Can I get it to read it though? Let's see. No, it doesn't even let me. Okay, it's not gonna let me read that. That's nice. Thank you, TTS, for not doing your job. That is so sad. Okay, well, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. It's probably because you put Loctite and it doesn't like that word, and it's like, that could be sus. That was pretty good, though. I have to use that. I need to find some indicator LEDs for an older PCB. Where to shop? You know, I've had really good luck on, believe it or not, Amazon for some of those small little components. It just ends up being cheaper because of shipping than ordering from some of the... What just dropped out of this? Were those not screwed in? Oh, you know what? They're the... I'm not even going to bother picking it up. They're the standoffs. Were they not screwed in from the bottom? That's kind of weird. I don't care. I'm not going to use standoffs. So nice.
Alexgasm.
Space Cabbles. Whatever. That's your name now. Oh, I need the smaller... Oh shit, I need a 6.25. I'm tempted to get 7 colors for a stoplight effect. That'd be interesting. What's up, Reagan? How you doing, dude? Hold on, let me just get a 6.25. But I have to show you guys something Reagan sent me over too. 1 second. Hey, don't leave stuff for later. Go pick it up. You're right. You know what? You're right. Where's the standoff? I don't even see them. Oh, found it. All right, so put this to the side. All right. Do you watch Game of Thrones? No. I've tried to get myself into Game of Thrones. And for some reason, I just can't bring myself to get into it. I'm hard stuck on not being able to finish season 1. Like, I can't do it. I know. It's just, season 1 just was so blah for me. And everyone says, like, you gotta keep pushing forward past that. But I don't know, man. You gotta watch GOT, though. Because I've heard, was it Reagan that you told me that House of Dragons is supposed to be really, really good? Let me just lube this stab and then I'll show some stuff Reagan sent over. Same as Office Season 1. I didn't find Office Season 1 to be that bad. There's only one episode of The Office that I can't do, which is the Scott's Tots episode. Even the first time I watched that, I think I was doing that thing where like you kind of skip ahead to see if it gets any better. But I almost just stopped watching The Office because of that episode. Bro, that's valid. It was a weird episode. Love Dwight? I love Dwight too. All right, let me put these things in and then I'll show some stuff from Mr. Reagan. Cringe heavy. Everyone says good things about Succession. Low-key, I need to finish watching Silo still off of Apple TV. And then I did start Walking Dead, Dead City. It's that spin-off with oh god, what's her name? Maggie and Negan. So I do want to finish watching that. I think only 2 episodes are out right now, but that's I just want to watch Silo and that, and then I might start something else. I'm kind of a big fan of Walking Dead, so I know it's not the best show in the world, but I've always had a soft spot for it, so I'm here for it. Are you watching Velma? Which one's Velma? Is it that Scooby-Doo thing that got really terrible ratings? I don't think we're going to use foam on this today. Oh, let's show off that thing from Reagan. Last time I watched The Walking Dead, at the end of the Negan stuff, it was worth going back and finishing. I don't have a good answer for this. I think it was, but I know a lot of people who would say the opposite of me. I know a lot of people who would say Alex is literally bullshitting me right now. But I'm just into zombie stuff. Kip, you know what else I'm into? You. I hope you're having a good day today, Kip. All right? If someone hasn't told you today, you're looking hella good. If you had any doubts in your mind about yourself, get those doubts out of there. Love you, bro. Hope you're having a great day today. Okay. Wait, this is not the right package. So Reagan sent some stuff over to me. So he's opening up tomorrow, I believe. Right, Reagan? Is it tomorrow? He's opening up a design your own cable thing again, like the custom cables, back to his website. He just sent me some random configurations because you can do them yourselves. So he just sent me some random ones. But yeah, we're going to get custom cables again from Mr. Reagan, which we haven't seen in a while because I think he's been pretty busy with other stuff, which is cool. Space cables is so stellar. Yeah. And then I think Reagan was even saying they have like even another new coil formula. And I don't know if you guys are big into coils. I don't mind these coils when they're a little bit smaller like this. But some of the more cheap coils, they tend to like expand over time and then get really weird. Back where it started? Yeah, Reagan going back to his roots with some of this stuff. Back to his roots. Oh, what is this one that you sent me? Is this the YC8 one? Oh no, this is a Lindy Limo. God, I love this. I love the Lindy cables, Reagan. Zach, thank you so much for the Prime, dude. I really appreciate that. Love these. These look so good. Like, there's just something about Lindy's that just look great, bro. Look at that. Look how good this looks. I have it right now. I asked Reagan to do this guy, which I believe this is the YC8, right, Reagan? This is YC8. So this is the Alex Envoy collab cable that we'll be doing with Mr. Reagan. So it'll go with the Envoy. And these aren't that much. These aren't like super crazy like Limo stuff is. These are pretty fair, I'd say. Are we doing foam? We're doing no foam, right? We already know what foam sounds like because we have the pre-built one, right? I'm down to do no foam. Oh, it's an official collab? You betcha. Although I might have to go get a... Yeah, we're definitely gonna need one of those. Nice bowl of guac. I don't even like guac. It's a texture thing for me. But I really don't care for guac that much. Purely a texture thing. These are the Camping Life switches. Alex canceled, same. Okay, dude. Where'd you get the silicone section off mat for looping stabs? That is from American Haptics. I almost forgot their name. Oh, I need this guy. But if you guys don't know, Reagan is a close friend of mine, also one of the sponsors of our channel here. Love Mr. Reagan. We go way back. They do make bigger mats. I don't know if they make medium-sized mats now. I wish they did. Medium-sized mats just make more sense to me. But they were only making like large and small, nothing in between. I hope these are a good switch combo for this, because they're like, these are a long pull switch, but they're not overly loud. Not as bad as the mashed potatoes take. It's a texture thing. Man needs to respect the Jurassic berries. With mushy foods, I'm just not into them. Like, there's something about it that just like, it upsets me. This does have an F13, yeah. Bro, the plate foam behind the translucent plate is trippy AF. The plate foam? Which one, Intense? Brother, how do you not like mashed potatoes? Okay, well, ice cream's not like, it's not soggy and warm. That's the combination, right? Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Applesauce, I'm the same way. I can't do applesauce. And it's not about the taste. It is nothing to do with the taste, guys. It is purely to do about the texture. Some of the best things in life are soggy and warm. What? Huh? What about beans? Believe it or not, yeah. Beans, I'm not a big, like, I'll eat them, they're not as bad. But sometimes, like, I've had beans where they can be a bit mushy feeling too. It makes me not, it just doesn't do well with me. I don't agree with you, but I still think your preference are complete. Hey, unknown. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that. They don't have beans in Canada? Yeah, we only have maple syrup and pancakes here, guys. Sorry about that. Only maple syrup and pancakes. Your chance to redeem yourself. Do you like nuts in your banana bread muffins? Oh yeah, dude, of course. I like the little bit of crunch. I love banana bread though. Absolutely love banana bread. Especially with chocolate chips. What's wrong with nuts ruin them? I mean, I get why some people don't like them though. I understand that. Alex, I will love you regardless of your texture. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. What's the price for the keyboard in USD? So the barebones kit that we're doing today, so the one that I'm working on currently is $198. But if you don't care to build your own keyboard and you just kind of want something that's super solid out of the box, I'd say briefly took a look at it. I want to do more of a long-term review on that, but it's going to be in stock, right, as of tonight. But the in-stock, fully assembled version is $258, and honestly, it's pretty solid. I get weird about banana bread. I will eat an entire loaf. Yeah, my kryptonite when it comes to banana bread and stuff is if it has chocolate chips in it, and it's a good, solid, like, banana bread, it's over. I'm eating that thing in one sitting. It is so over. I think it's so good. Let me just go from an I don't even know that word. Delicate soft bread to a hard oily chunk that removes all the flavor. Bah. I get what you're saying though. My fiance agrees. About what, Dane? The banana bread? Dane, I need to respond to your email today. I actually got a lot of emails over the last 2 days. So I went through a few of them last night and this morning, but I gotta go respond to everyone over the weekend. It's gonna be quite the task, but I'm gonna pull it off. This weekend's gonna be busy. Tomorrow I don't even think I'm gonna be able to reach anybody because I'm gonna be doing the Subathon prep. But the goal is I just don't wanna make the Subathon I don't wanna make a big deal out of it. And then I also don't wanna burn myself out over it too. So we'll see. We shall see. How would you say this keyboard compares to the Zoom? I only got to try the Zoom assemble. Actually, did I try? I tried a variation of one of the Zooms pre-assembled, and it was okay. It was just okay. I think the pre-assembled version kind of outranks for me the Zoom, but I think both kits are completely in the realm of they both make sense for their price, and there's really not a whole lot of difference other than one is a knob. There might be some like little extra gimmicks, and I won't even say that as like a bad thing, but there might be a few extra gimmicks. Maybe one has like a screen, one has a knob, one has a scroll wheel, but ultimately you're gonna probably get exactly the same sound profile at the end of the day. Anyone else's girlfriend asks why they don't look more like Alex every morning? Stop, bro. Don't say that. I bet you look better. Come on. All right. On the topic of shitty food takes, I think most sushi rolls are shit, especially when you put avocado in it. Oh, you like nigiri better? Okay, listen. It depends on the place you go to. Sushi, I am very dependent on the place you go to. There are some places where sushi is just all right. But, yeah, like, we went to a place. I don't even remember the name of this place. It was... Okay, let me paint a picture for you guys, all right? Let's say these pink switches. Let's I don't know, do I have like a tape wheel or something here? I don't. Here, we'll use this. The cable is the inside of the sushi, okay? Let's just say this is like a normal sushi, right? This is like the salmon or whatever. These green ones could be cucumber. And then let's just say these two black ones are like some of the avocado. That's like, to me, like what I normally see in most of the sushis, right? This one place we went to, it was also bigger. Like, imagine this being bigger, the sushi roll. It was all cucumber. Like, we just paid for basically cucumbers at that point. It was not that great. And they were so big and it was just all cucumber in it. They're cheaping out. That's what I thought too, to be honest. I'm like, there's no way. But there's one place here in Toronto that I love their sushi. And it's not even a very well-known place. It's like a mom and pop place. Oh shit, I need to take this out. But it's, I don't know, the most flavorful I've ever had. Here in Toronto at the very least. I've had some good sushi, I think, here in Toronto, but yeah, man, it's good. Please take a step back and appreciate the Sakibi. What is that? I don't even know. So the comb tool is a little thing we're using there. What that's going to do is going to help support the plate. I've already got enough switches in place that we probably don't need that anymore, but it's on softer plates like polycarbonate. When you go to push in a switch, sometimes the plate goes down with it, and this helps keep it all up. You can't use this if you use foam because it won't fit, but there is one roll I love that has caramelized walnuts and prawns. Interesting. If you ever go to LA, Nosi Sushi is legit so good. Okay, I'll have to... One day I want to go to California. One day I will go to LA. And one day I will try all the cool foods. Everyone always recommends me there. Can confirm. Let me know if you ever come to Japan. I would take the train to whatever region you visit for you. Hey, that's too kind. Yeah, that is a future thing I definitely want to do too. Not really a right now thing, because my goal right now in life is to like continue to do this, do as much as I can with keyboards and have as much fun as I want. Obviously take breaks when I need to. But I want to leave like the traveling arc. I don't know why I put that in quotes. I want to leave that for like later. I want to leave that for like when I'm done everything, when I'm done my like journey of wanting to stream every day and all this other stuff, then I want to start doing that stuff. Make time go faster. I'm watching an auction and being mildly anxious. That's the worst thing you could do for yourself. Is watch the clock. And you know it too, Dirty. I don't know that, no. I used to do that all the time. Watching the clock does not make it go quicker. Is your goal currently to buy a house? It is. I think that's, if you want to talk about financial goals, yes. I would like to at one point. Box, thank you so much for 17 months. Appreciate you, dude. But is it a realistic goal right now? Maybe. If I continue to just be good and not spend and just really, you know, like, what's a good way I can word this? Not even so much spend, but if I just like budget appropriately and like really, you know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something. It's a little personal. I think a small part of me also, it's hard for me to want to get a home because most of the homes in Canada that I can actually like are realistic and you can afford them, they're all fixer-uppers. And I think a small part of me doesn't want to go through that process. Like I wouldn't mind fixing up small parts, but some of these are like, dude, some of these are like complete, man, you gotta like redo them all. So, small part of me. Danny and I gave up on our dream home. Really? $1 million fixer-uppers. Exactly what you just said. They're like, you know, in the $1 million range and, well, not quite $1 million, but some of them are like 800 to 900,000. And just like, you gotta fix them all up. And it's like, sure, those are the more attainable, and I say that in quotations, heavily in quotations, attainable ones, but yeah, it's tough. How are you doing, Box? I'm doing okay, man. I'm just building the keyboard today. Thank you, Box. Appreciate that, man. All of my colleagues recently purchased homes, but have a lot of work on their plates. And it's not that I don't want to do that. It's just, I'm trying to think realistic, right? And I guess like in a perfect world, I could probably like stay here or like rent still and then have stuff done. Man, it's scary thinking of that though, because like, that's a lot, man. That's like, these are investments, right? So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to like, it's a tough pill to swallow. Like, I gotta figure out something I need to do with that, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Also, did we have flex cuts on this plate? Oh, we didn't. Perfect. Or this PCB rather. It's gonna be more up my alley than for sound. I can't speak for Canada, but in the US, it's the worst time to buy a house. We're hyperinflated again. I think it's also a really bad time right now for us in Canada, to be honest, Dirty. But I guess it depends on who you talk to. Some people might disagree with me. It's weird though, because like you grow up, like I grew up, and I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm 30. When I was 18, that was 10 years ago, like 12 years ago, let's say. I didn't grow up thinking, like, I don't know, maybe the other 30-year-olds here too. You grew up thinking an $1 million home is something that, like, it's luxurious, dude. Like, it is something that when you get your $1 million, if you ever get $1 million, you've made it. And it's so weird to think that that $1 million home now does not feel that way, dude. It just kind of feels like this is a thing that you might have to, you know, pick up for yourself now. So it's super strange thinking about. Oh, this little blocker is supposed to go on the inside. I don't like the way this kind of assembles here, but... Bro, in Seattle, they're all saying starting in the low 1 millions. Yeah, dude, isn't it weird thinking about that? It's super weird. Where's my tweezers? Oh, never mind, I got it. Perfect. I see what they did, though. There's two little blockers so it doesn't touch the edges. That's kind of smart, though. Just move somewhere cheaper, duh. I know that's a joke, but like, dude, it's tough. It's tough because like you don't want to leave friends and family in a way too, right? Like you don't. A lot of people probably feel the same way as me. You don't. You want to stay as close to everyone as you know as possible, but they just make it so hard to do that. Move to Thailand? Is the cost of living there not very high? Or something along those lines? I say that as I had to move away from my family because I got priced out of buying in the village I grew up on. Oh, really? That sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's tough. Oh, those are for the... Those we don't need. The sad part is homes, for the most part, aren't profitable investments. Once you factor in the investment, property tax, and overall upkeep / maintenance, you're lucky to break even when you sell for retirement. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that, though. Unless you buy extremely low and the next thing you know, the thing's worth $1 million, but like, I don't see them as great investments right now. They're just stuff. I don't even care. I hate looking at life through that too. Like, is it a good investment? Like, can I buy this and can I sell it later? Like, I know that we have to, I get that, but I also hate it. It's depressing thinking about that. Like a home is an investment, you know? Home's a home in my head. Like I just want to live there. I feel like everything depends on location. That's true too. Nothing more annoying than boomers and Gen Xers wondering, what year is Gen X again? Is that 60s to 80s? I don't remember which one's Gen X. The children of boomers. What year was boomers? What's the years again? I need to figure out. I know I'm technically a millennial, but if you can get into the area in pre-build, you get lucky. Yeah, it's true. It's unfortunate to see as an investment, but it's hard not to with the amount of money. It's true. No, I 100% agree with you. Like, it's hard not to, but it's just sad. Boomers are 45 to 63. Oh, interesting. Gen X is 65 to 80. Boomers are the years after World War II. You are a millennial? Yeah, I'm millennial. Those generations only work for NA, chatting. What's NA? Like North America? Alrighty. So this has no foam, except for that little thin layer in case this was like bottoming out for some weird reason, but no foam at all this time. Well, let's see. There was a baby boom when all the men came back from the war. That makes sense. That does make sense. Let me get some keycaps of this. What do you guys want to see tonight? Let me zoom out a little bit on this camera. I don't know why it's so zoomed in for. My throat is killing me today. I think I know what I want to use, but I also don't want to use it. Okay. I kind of want to just put Boneyard on this. Dual shot? Do we want to put dual shot on this? I'm down to put dual shot if you guys want dual shot. If you guys want dual shot, I'm down. I can do dual shot. I'm okay with that tonight. Like, I'm down to use dual shot on this. I think this would look pretty with dual shot. I know, I want to, like, Plibis is beautiful, but I just feel like I use it all the time. It's such a nice set, though. DCS Darkside don't have. The Monaco set? I have to go remember where I put that. This would look nice, I think. I have high hopes for this. I don't know why that is, but I just do. I have really high hopes for this board. I don't have Retrocast, no. Hi Alex, I just want to let you know that I've saved up enough. I finally got my first Tiger 80 light. I've always wanted to since I saw your video. Thank you. Oh man, I'm super happy for you. Do you like it? Are you enjoying it? Are you thinking about indulging more in the keyboard hobby? Obviously spend responsibly, but I'm hoping you end up like finding a hobby you end up liking. That haircut is clean. Do you guys actually like it? I think I like this style more on me. I don't like how it's sticking up right now. I think I want more slick back, but I don't think it's long enough for that yet. But yeah, I like this hairstyle on me. I always have. I think this is a little bit more me than the other hairstyles. It's still on the way, but I'm excited. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for you to get it. Do you know what you're putting in it? That's pushed back? No, today's, I can't, it's not long enough for slick back. This was me trying to slick it back and it just popped back up. Do I wear jewelry? You know, a small part of me kind of would love to one day, but it's another thing that costs money that I can't afford, man. Does cameras around my neck count? This is your style? Thanks, man. I appreciate that box. Is the Mirage color for the mode more gray or blue? It's very in between. Cameras count. But I wear cameras outside. That's what I wear. Would you do more of a meme haircut for charity stream? Yeah, I'd do one. I mean, hair goes back. I'm gonna be honest. I took a chance with that last haircut I had. Right. I didn't think I loved it. I think I was trying to convince myself that I liked it. It looked okay on me, but I wasn't falling in love with that haircut. So it grows back though. I'm always okay with trying new styles and stuff. I don't like camera straps around my neck. You have to have a nice camera strap. Bald toast. I look terrible with my hair. I've tried. That's one thing I've already tried. I have a good feeling about this board. Grow a full beard and go bald? Okay, the thing is, guys, my ears stick out. So if I have no hair, it doesn't look good at all. It just kind of looks like, I like Goofy. Dr. Eggman? Okay, dude. Just tape them down? That sounds so uncomfortable. Ears the same size either way. Yeah, but you look at the hair more with this, you know? Grow out your beard more? I don't like to. It's weird, Soren. I don't know if any of the guys in here in chat have ever experienced this. Whenever I grow a longer beard, I tend to feel it like it's itchy and it doesn't feel good on my face. And I've had it for a long time where I did have a long beard and I dealt with that and I tried different product. I tried different everything to get it to like not scratch and itch. I couldn't do it, man. Happens sometimes. Yeah. Your face gets drier. Maybe that's what it is too. I swear you're the coolest. Thanks, Box. I appreciate you, man. Oops. Worst part is you can't reach the scratch because of the hair. Yeah, and you just look like a fool. You're digging into your beard. You're just like, I need to get this. Dude, my beard catches on my shirt when it's longer and it's so annoying. Yeah, that too. I definitely feel you there. Speaking of cameras, I bought a battery grip for my XT2. Not gonna lie, I dig it. Doesn't add much weight. Yeah, I used to love, when I was doing more professional shoots, I always had a battery grip on my Nikon. I had a D750 when I was doing most of my professional shooting, and then I also had a D4S that I did a lot of shooting with. And yeah, I do agree. The battery grip was a must for me on the D750. If I recall, I don't really remember too much about the D4S because that was a camera I didn't have for too long, but I think that had a built-in battery grip. Oh, that uses long range stuff on that side. If I could do a large beard, I would attempt to do a Viking braid style. That would be really cool. That's a chunky boy? Yeah, it's because near the end of when I was doing fitness photography, I ended up getting really into like fitness of people actually doing things. And my D750 wasn't quite cutting it at the time for that. So I wanted something that was more like run and gun with no consequence, which happened to be the D4S at the time. But ultimately ended up selling all of that stuff. Thank you, Freezer. Appreciate the Prime, dude. Love you, man. Thank you so much for 13 months of being here, bro. I have a D5600. You know, I just still don't mind Nikon stuff. I haven't kept up with Nikon mirrorless. How is the Nikon mirrorless scene? Last time I checked, it was kind of god awful, but I don't hear anything about Nikon mirrorless. Nikon's nice right now. Are they doing good stuff for that? Kibi, thank you so much for the 5 months. What made me go for Fuji? The colors. So this is Fuji right now, right? See my skin? It looks, it just looks nice. Like this is with nothing done to the camera. This is on the Pro Via filter, so the standard. But doesn't it look nice? Like my skin tone looks natural, it looks peachy, like, you know, even the whites look good. Nothing seems blown out, like all the color tones, like when we have something more vibrant, it renders really nicely. When I was using Sony, and this was the time I was using the A7R II and I had a few other Sony cameras, Sony didn't work well with highlights and shadows with video. And the colors always seemed a bit off, no matter what I did to it, like in camera. So it would be a lot of post-processing with Sony to get it to what I want. And there's something else about Sony too. This is a common thing that I'm seeing more and more people leave certain camera systems for. Sony feels too digital. It's too sharp. It doesn't have enough character to it. And you kind of have to be in photos, I think, to kind of maybe understand what I'm saying, but I kind of hope I'm translating that well. It's too digital. So I ended up not liking it. It's just everything felt too analytical with the Sony stuff, and I was like, I'm done with this. Like I'm over it. That is why they're good for video. The Sony stuff, I mean, I think the newer stuff is better for video, but when I was on Sony, I did not like the video coming out of it. That's another, I think, Cozy, I agree with you there. One of my biggest pet peeves with camera companies is, hey guys, we just came out with the Sony A7R II. Next month, hey guys, we got the Sony A7R II Mark II. Next month, hey, we're releasing the Sony A7S III. The next month, all right guys, we got the A7 IV coming out. And see how I'm leaving out letters, like the S, the R, and it's just like, I swear to God, dude, at one point with Sony, I was so confused about like, what is it? Like, why are there so many different models coming out all at the same time? Like, it was just like, not even at the same time, it's just like breadths of different models. And I'm just like, why don't they just have like 2 lines? But it's so bad, man. And it was just like, you always felt obsolete with Sony too. Always. Canon's great. I think a lot of people like Canon for good reason. They have good colors. Their lenses are pretty classic. I mean, every camera system can be great. I've seen some people do amazing work with Sony. It just, again, I think I'm in this mood right now with photos and videos where I don't like things to be perfect. I like things to have character. I like things to have life to them, right? Because I don't want to just stream the most accurate colors. I also want to stream something that makes people feel good. And when you can have tones that make people feel good, you know, you got these beautiful like greens and this orange that's not too overexposed, and you even got the red, and like even the black has like nice roll off with like its shadows and stuff. I think that makes people feel good, right? Like even look at the mouse, the gradient of that, right? My skin doesn't have like super harsh highlights like it did with the Sonys, which I think people really like too, right? So it depends on what you're doing. That's 90mm f2. 90mm is a nice focal length. Fuji doesn't have a lot of lens choice. That's the problem with Fuji, right? Like they don't have tons of choices you can pick. All right, so we got both of our keyboards built up here. We have the LuminKey, the one that's already been pre-built, and then we have the one that we just built up. So the pre-built one is the foam one, which honestly for a foam one, I think this doesn't sound too great. Doesn't sound too foamy rather, but this is pretty nice. The stabs, hold on, this key's not in place. These are, for being pre-lubed stabs, okay, these are probably the best I've ever seen when it comes to pre-lube stabs on a pre-built keyboard. I don't think I've seen one better yet. I don't hear any rattling at all. Mine probably
Hey,
need to be tuned
QT
up.
blush egg.
Thank you, Liam. Appreciate the tier 1, dude. Honestly, the spacebar is maybe not my favorite thing in the world, but I am curious about something. Did the spacebar have tabs underneath it? If so, let's take those out. The spacebar's okay. The alphas sound nice on the one we built, for sure. I think I prefer, obviously, the more brighter sounding alphas. Spacebar feels like it could use a little lovin', but the cool thing about using gasket tabs is we can just remove them. I don't think it sounds hollow. I think it's just probably the spacebar that's giving that impression. What's going on? Honestly, not much today. Today was just jam-packed with work for me. Jam-packed. I did as much as I could today. Was boxing up things like crazy. Oh yeah, look. You know, okay, I'm gonna continue to say this. For any keyboard designer who's like watching this, or if anyone wants a good note, a good note on how to build a keyboard, not for nothing. I guess I don't mind this because we can take off the gaskets. It's a hard sell for me when when I constantly repeat with I'm not saying everyone's watching these streams, but I feel like I have reviewed other keyboards from Create Keybs and stuff. I do think the gasket tab, or whatever you want to call this, the mounting point underneath the spacebar is usually a big no-no for me. I'm not the biggest fan of this. Like, this will probably already sound a bit better when we put this on. But yeah, the mounting point thing. Like, look at the difference already, guys. That already sounds better. Still not my favorite spacebar in the world, but I do want to lube up the stab. I hear it rattling a little bit. The classic KT and the spacebar could always fix it. We could also do that. We could just change up the switch as well. This is hot swap. But I don't mind this kit for what it is. It's a pretty nice little kit. That's much better. Much, much better. Let's screw this in. It's a super stiff mount. Then feel free to do whatever on the mounting style. Otherwise, avoid the space. Yes, always avoid the space bar. Especially in stiffer mounts. Thank you for the follow, guys. I appreciate it. What do you guys plan to do for the rest of your night? the little corner of RGB in the weight is so pointless. I think that may be an indicator for the battery. I want to say it is. If it isn't, then it's kind of pointless. I agree. I mean, I still don't mind it, but it may have to do with the battery indicator. Play some Zelda. Ooh, that sounds fun. I might lube stabs or lube switches, and then what I may do is I actually wouldn't mind playing one game of TFT or something. Getting it on League? Ooh, I guess we're both going to be on League. Go home and vegetate? Honestly, I feel you. That sounds so much better already. I do think that maybe I have to cut off the tab because I can hear it kind of maybe hitting the side of the point, but the overall sound profile from that's already better. Yeah, you can hear it just ever so slightly impact the bottom because it's moving up and down. Again, this is why I don't love using tabs underneath the spacebar. I may actually go in and cut that off. This is actually a nice feeling and nice sounding keyboard. I can't, Kibi. I don't have all the you don't like it now? I think I prefer this, Soren. I haven't used MTNU fully yet just because I don't have it. This board, or that board with a carbon fiber or brass plate, carbon fiber would be nice too. Both are nice though. I do think this board does okay, maybe the shortcoming of this board though, the ultimate shortcoming of this is probably going to be the fact that, actually let me see that little, yeah, it is kind of pointless actually, it is just RGB. The only shortcoming I can possibly see is the fact that this is so high. It does have this little lip in the front over here, which is more visible on this color. It does have this lip, which kind of helps, but this is a bit higher. I think this is what, 20, 21 mil or something. On the higher side of what I normally would prefer. But I mean, ultimately, this does sound pretty nice. I do want to go in and just completely chop off the tab. You know, I don't know, obviously this is too late for this right now, but in the future, I'd like to see them not include a tab underneath the spacebar. But I mean, for the price that this is a very solid kit. I know, dirty, but you know what it is? It's just like the RGB is light and it's just being pointed down for no reason. But yeah, no, I do think for the price point, this is pretty good. Gotta admit. $200. I think the pre-assembled kit is insane value. It sounds really good, all the foams. This has no foam. This is all the foam here. So we got all foam, absolutely no foam, except for that little thin piece of whatever it is on the bottom. But again, I'm gonna go in and actually, once I'm done taking photos of everything, I'm eventually just gonna chop off that bottom tab. Foam solid too. Yeah, I like both. I low-key like both. The pre-assembled kit's insane. Sounds good in both configs. I agree. You can sort of hear, if you listen carefully, you can sort of hear a little bit of bounce from the bottom gasket tab here because we took off these guys. But it's okay. Like I said, I'm going to probably end up fixing that on my own. When did foam become popular and then become unpopular? Okay, it became popular with the jelly. I think it really got popularized with the Jelly Epic. Then every manufacturer was like, dude, what if we base our sound signature off the same thing? And then people started to catch wind that when we start using all these foams, it all sounds the same. Then people were like, yo, all right, can we use just foam as modifiers again? But then at the same time, people were really upset with foam. And people were just, yeah, I already know, Soren, that people in different countries like different things. But here in the West, what happened was eventually people kind of were like, yo, we want different things again. People started shitting on foam for like no reason. Anyone who liked foam was just seen as like a noob, which was a stupid take to have in the first place. And then eventually it shifted over again to what it is now, which is like what I preach constantly is just do whatever you want in your keyboard. Who gives a shit? I think there are better ways personally to like if you want a designer to like sell more things, then obviously you're going to be including more ways to build your board. Like that's just the way it works. More ways to build your board is never going to be a bad thing. But you know, when you limit what you can do by saying that you need foam or you need this, people tend to take that as like an attack on their customization instead of just like that's the way the designer intended it, which is again not a bad thing. But I always personally, and this is all preference based, I personally think going with the route of more options is always the better way to build a board. And that's what I appreciate with more boards. More options to build something. Hence, custom keyboards. Or customizing your custom keyboards, whatever you want to say. And it's the biggest market? Yeah, China would be the biggest market for a lot of keyboards. Thoughts on Angry Meow though, because I feel like they in particular kind of go overboard with foam. I think like even QK and Owl Labs go overboard with foam sometimes too. I think what Angry Meow, or however you pronounce that, Meow is, their mission isn't to create like boards for the average custom keyboard user. Dude, what they're doing is they're creating like just cool shit. I'm gonna say it, like they're just creating out there designs for people who are interested in it. They haven't really put out anything that's been like tame for anyone yet. And yeah, the AM Touch may be the most tame thing that they used or have built. But even that, it has like a touch panel on the front, which I think is cool. Is a lifestyle brand basically? Yeah, kinda. Can you add some neon lights and cyberpunk stuff in the background, my guy? I would like to add more plants and stuff in the background, but I don't even know how I'd do it. This room is actually pretty small, guys. Like this is not very far away from me. It might seem like it is, but I mean like it really isn't. But yeah, that's really it, guys. That's pretty much the stream today. This is the Lumen key. It's gonna go on sale tomorrow. They did send these over for me to take a look at. I think I have to maybe send one of these back. I'm not too sure. If I have to send these back, I'm probably gonna give them to you guys. We'll see. Because again, like I can only use so many keyboards. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what I have to do. TY for a stream. Guys, I hope you guys have a good night. The Lumen key ended up being pretty good. I think I'm genuinely more impressed with the pre-built version than the bare bones kit. Like way more impressed. This is 258. This is 198. So if you guys want to pick one up from Create Keybs, it's in the exclamation point build. It's gonna be available tomorrow, I believe. But I'll have the short form video for this up in the next few days too for you guys. You're probably composed to compress the background more. Yeah, I have. It's on an angle. It's like corner to corner of the room right now. So that's the only reason why it seems more compressed, but it's not. It's a very small room. If you have a question, what's the best way to reach me? Email. I'm probably not going to answer any emails tonight. I'm probably going to answer all my emails tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning. Because tonight I just want to focus on getting some switches lubed and call it a day. Because today is going to be a tough night of just filling in some stuff. But let's go raid. Who's raiding? Who's streaming right now? Nine? Let's go raid 9. Alrighty, guys. Is Alex glowing right now? Okay, it's because you're here. Please. Wait, this keyword's not plugged in. This one here is /raid 9 go. Alright, guys. Enjoy your rest of your night. Enjoy 9 stream. Subathon is tomorrow. We're doing like 3 keyboard builds. So turn the sound up, turn it down a little bit. Nine's loud. Clackbait, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate you, man.
Have a great one, Alex.
Thank you, dude. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you guys, and I will, we'll do a big old giveaway tomorrow. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. Peace out, everyone. Bye-bye.